Hello and welcome to Sip and Code coding video series where we will learn how to code from scratch. This will be the introductory video to a series of videos that will be coming forward. It's going to be short, but it's important because we will cover what we're going to be doing and who is the ideal audience for this video series and for this course. There is no prerequisites for this video series, so you don't need to actually know anything. We're going to cover everything as we go. If you know some basics of math, that would be good, like adding, subtracting, and stuff like that. But mostly we'll just cover everything as we go. And the idea is to help land the first job, or just to learn programming and maybe enjoy it as a hobby. It does open a lot of doors to understand how to code and how to program, especially because in this day and age, everything is mostly coded. So it's good to just have a general idea of how it works. I just want to emphasize that there is no actual need for a formal degree from a college or a university. This is coming from someone who does have a formal degree in computer science. Don't go in debt, or you don't need to actually go to any formal training. As long as you become a good developer, whether it's be learning on your own, watching videos, or reading books. Uh, that's really all that matters. And a lot of industry leaders, even companies, big companies, don't actually look for degrees whenever they're hiring. The only difficult part is actually landing the first job. And the main reason is, like, if you don't have a degree, you don't actually have that on your resume. So the best way to go about it is to actually have someone refer you, and that way you're almost guaranteed an interview. So if you have a family, a friend, maybe you can network with someone on LinkedIn to actually get that first interview. You can also build up a portfolio as well of different projects that you worked on. But I do believe that the best way is to actually have someone refer you. So, is learning programming worth it? I'll tell you a few, facts that I've noticed in my career. I mean, obviously, it's very in demand because coding is used in any industry that you can think of, whether it's health, sports, anything that you think of, you actually need a software engineer. All the retail stores, etc., etc. So it's very in demand. It is very flexible as well with regards to working conditions. So working remotely, part-time contract work, especially the better that you get, the more these options open up for you. So it's good for people who have less time or want a more flexible schedule in the long run. The other good thing about it is that with metaverse, and I put it in quotations because it's mostly a marketing term, but it is actually true that there's a lot of technologies that are going to become more and more popular, like virtual reality headsets, cryptocurrencies. Gaming is the biggest entertainment industry right now, so all of that, there are developers behind it as well. So chances are that the demand for programmers is going to increase in the future as well. I do want to mention a downside of it is that you're going to be spending a lot of hours glued to the computer screen, so that can be a bit taxing. It's just something to keep in mind. The teaching approach that is going to be taken in this course is going to be a mixture of academic and practical. There are benefits to some of the formal computer science courses that are taught. You learn the whys behind algorithms and how things are done. That can be pretty helpful in your actual coding as well. And the other thing that we're going to focus on in the course as well is to stay away from abstractions. This is something that a lot of people struggle with as well whenever learning computer science/programming is that when you're starting to learn, you can't actually visualize what you're building with code because you're mostly working with text. And we can move away from that by demonstrating different concepts using games, because in games you can actually see the code in action, and I think it'll help better solidify the different concepts that are used in coding. And to finish off this introductory video, the languages that we're going to use in this course initially is going to be Java and C#. We're going to be mostly coding in Java, so all the exercises that I will suggest will be in Java as well. And the main reason is Java is very popular in the industry, so it will be easier to land a job with Java. And the second good thing about Java is it's really pretty easy to install on any machine and get it working. With C#, I'm going to expose you to C# language when I show you different games that I'm building, so that you can see how similar two languages are. And also, I want you to expose you to different languages, so that fear of learning a different language kind of falls off, and you can see how the same concepts are just used using different keywords. So with that being said, this will be the end of this first video. In the next video, we'll actually dive in and start to learn some concepts and put them into action. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.